Thanks very much, Jessica Schneider, reporting. Joining us now, a member of the House Intelligence Committee, Democratic Congressman Mike Quigley of Illinois. Congressman, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
In the 18 days between the warning about Flynn and his dismissal, his firing by the president, the CIA director, Mike Pompeo, reportedly briefed the president on top-secret national security issues with General Flynn in the room all of the time. Was that appropriate?
I think it was inappropriate and a big mistake to hire General Flynn and not to fire him immediately upon the notification he was vulnerable. The fact that he maintained his clearance and was still involved in these processes is inexcusable.
Will your committee, the House Intelligence Committee, call on CIA Director Pompeo to testify either publicly or in closed hearings and discuss this issue?
I think all that's fair game. Unfortunately, you mentioned that there's no subpoenas going out without Republican support. We can only encourage the majority to make invitations like this one. I would certainly support that. Do
you believe that Jared Kushner's security clearance should be suspended?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I agree with Mr. Cummings and what he was discussing. There are a lot of other concerns about Mr. Kushner's activities prior to the inauguration.
What are your other concerns?
I think a whole series of activities that I can't get into at this point in time, but they raise concerns about his judgment and his ability to keep our nation's secrets.
Can you elaborate a bit, because that's intriguing to hear what you're saying about more meetings that we don't know about?
No, I'm only referencing what Mr. Cummings is referencing, but I can't get into details because some of those things were also discussed in classified settings.
But you don't believe he should be, he's in Jerusalem and Ramallah working with the Israelis and the Palestinians to try to broker some sort of peace deal. You don't think he should be doing that? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I like the fact that we're always trying to move forward towards peace deals. This is exactly what our country should do. First of all, he's wholly unqualified to make those efforts. Second, toward what Mr. Cummings was referencing, that's what I was referencing. He shouldn't have clearance at this point.
Last night, the special counsel, Robert Mueller, met with the leaders of your House Intelligence Committee. What came out of that meeting?
Yeah, he was meeting with the leadership of the committee, not the full committee. And I understand that talked about how to do this on a cooperative basis.
Deconfliction, as they say, to make sure that nothing you do could undermine his separate criminal investigation. Is that right?
That's exactly right. I mean, the fact is this is tough enough as you deal with the House and Senate investigation. At the same time, you have a Justice Department investigation. And as we hear, the Department of Defense is possibly investigating General Flynn as well.
Just elaborate on that for a second. What are you hearing?
No, it's something that was already been reported, that General Flynn was also being investigated as well by the Department of Defense.
For what?
The issues of non-disclosure and so forth. But again, that's something that's already been reported.
All right, Congressman, stand by. We're going to continue this interview right